What's up, guys? I just got back from seeing Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and I'm going to give my quick review here. So, movie starts out 1996. The original Jumanji came out in 95, so it has some slight throwbacks to the original movie. Starts off in 96. Somebody finds the board game just on the beach somehow. Don't know really how it got there, but this guy finds the Jumanji board game and brings it to his son. He's like, well, who the hell plays board games anymore? So he just kind of tosses it off to the side, and somehow Jumanji had a mind of its own. I don't know exactly how it did this. It didn't really make too much sense, but it was like, oh, he doesn't want to play board games. He wanted to play video games, so it somehow created a video game version of Jumanji. So I was like, okay. So anyways, he's like, so then it sucks. Well, I don't even know if... Basically, it kind of cuts away, and there's just this green light. Somehow he just gets sucked into the game. Evidently, I guess if you play the game, he basically gets sucked in. He was like sleeping, and it like started flashing a green light, and he woke up, and he's like, oh, I'm going to just play video games now. Kind of just not the best plot point there, but anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how the movie started. Fast forward to 20 years later, 2016, these four people, two girls, two guys. I guess I don't know exactly what orientation the kid is or nationality the kid is. I would say he's kind of an Indian looking kid. He's got brown skin, so it's like he looks kind of maybe like a Middle Eastern Indian kind of guy. And then the black football player, who Spencer and Fridge, they used to be friends. Somewhere evidently went around somewhere down the line they became not friends. But and then this stuck up stereotypical teenage girl. Oh, I gotta take selfies and just kind of an annoying character. And then a shy, almost another stereotypical kind of shy. I would almost say that all the characters except for maybe Spencer are kind of stereotypical characters. Oh, the black football player. Okay, well, and then you've got the self-absorbed, selfie-taking girl, and then the kind of shy, lonely, has no friends girl. So yeah, so it's very very stereotypical. But they all get stuck in detention. I won't I don't want to reveal too much. I keep these reviews way too long. I'm trying to explain the whole fucking story. I'm gonna stop doing that. But basically, they get thrown in detention. They find this video game. How it ended up in the school's basement doesn't really make much sense either. Because after the kid got sucked, or after 1996, after the kid got sucked into the game, evidently, I don't know, the guy's dad just, I don't know if he went crazy or what the fuck happened, but he just, like, his house looked abandoned, within 20 years his house was abandoned and it just looked like a crap shithole, and it's like, okay, but evidently he must have just, like, lost it and got depressed and whatever, the guy's dad, after the kid disappeared. So I don't understand quite how the video game got in the school's basement. Another open, loose plot point there. It doesn't make much sense either. So anyways, they're in the basement because they're in detention, and they're pulling staples out of magazines. Okay, so then they find this video game. They decide to play it. They pick their characters. One of the characters is already taken, which you later find out is the kid who got sucked into the game. Played by Nick Jonas. So you got The Rock, you got Karen Gillan, I think is her name. which I just found out she played Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, oh wow, didn't know that. And then you got Jack Black and Kevin Hart, which they're both funny. They're good. They're a good matchup. Kevin Hart and The Rock. They're pretty funny guys. I've always been a fan of The Rock ever since wrestling back in '98, '97. I think '98 is when I kind of started watching wrestling, but I've always been a big fan of The Rock. Love most of his movies. Some of them I haven't seen all of his movies, but most of them I enjoy. But anyways, moving on. So they get sucked into the game. Whatever. They have 3 lives. They blow through most of them pretty quickly. This movie is 2 hours. Almost seems kind of too long. But most of them lose all their lives within the first hour or so. One of them gives the Nick Jonas character, or the Jack Black character gives the Nick Jonas character one of his lives, technically her, but lives, and so that he can live, because he got stung by a mosquito, or he got bit by a mosquito, and evidently that must be one of his weaknesses. They all had weaknesses. The Rock's character had no weaknesses. Kevin Hart's were some weird. Evidently, cake makes him explode. That's a weird one. But anyways, so they all had their strengths and weaknesses, and that all played into how pretty much how they died was basically because of their weaknesses. So the main plot point was that this. And this is another way that it ties into the original. Russell Van Pelt, from the main villain from the original, is the same villain in this one. So that they definitely tie together in that way. Basically, the same villain from the original is the same villain in this one, not played by the same guy, obviously, but it's same villain though. So so basically he takes this emerald or whatever, Jaguar's Eye, I think is actually what it's called, from this Jaguar statue, and it gives him the power to evidently control animals. I don't know, for some reason it gave him a green eye. I don't know why that was, but so basically, it gives him this power to control animals, or I guess that's what it does. I'm actually not sure what the Jaguar's Eye does. It wasn't really explained. There's a lot of open, loose plot points. It's kind of not everything's really explained. Anyways, long story short, they get the emerald back. They basically have to stick it back in the Jaguar, or the Jaguar's Eye. They have to get the Jaguar's Eye and stick it back in the Jaguar, and basically say Jumanji, and that means they win the game and they can go back to their real lives. So that happens. They go back to their real lives, and somehow the Nick Jonas character from 20 years, he goes back to 1996. So when they come, I kind of would figure that he would come back into modern times, maybe older, but evidently not. He just went back to 1996, exactly kind of where he left off. And they're walking by his house, his old house, and instead of it being a shithole, it's actually covered in Christmas decorations and whatnot. And he pulls up, and it's Colin Hanks is the actor who was playing the 20-year older version, and he kind of looks at him. He's like, and somehow he knows exactly who they are. They're like, oh my god, it's Fridge and whoever. It's like, how the fuck would you know that those were those people? So, and then that's basically on the movie. They thank each other. They go back to school. The shy girl and Spencer start dating. they hear the drum beats of the Jumanji, and then they decide to smash the game console, the game, and everything, and that basically is the end of the movie. So it's getting good, somewhat good reviews. I honestly am a little impartial on it. I am gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay, but not really that great. I was gonna say, like I kind of mentioned, there's a lot of plot points that they really don't explain. They kind of are left open. It's like, okay, like Nick Jonas's character is a pilot, but he's scared to fly, and it's like, okay, that's weird. So yeah, it was an all right movie. Sometimes like I almost have to see him twice to kind of get a little bit better feel for it. Some of the stuff I would see, like in their commercials, like, oh, funniest movie of the year. It's like, I guess if that's the only movie you saw this year, maybe you would say that, but it was I wasn't laughing. There might have been a couple chuckle moments, but it definitely was not funniest movie of the year. It's like it's like out of all the movies that came out in 2017, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle was not even in the top 10 probably funniest. I don't know if I would even have a top 10 of funniest movies, but I would definitely not put Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle in the top 10 funniest movies of the year. I would definitely not. And it really wasn't that action packed either. I would say the commercial makes it look like there's a whole lot of action going to happen in that movie, but there really wasn't. So yeah, I got to give it 3 out of 5 stars because it was so. I felt like it could have been a lot better than it was, but it wasn't bad either. So maybe after I go see a second viewing of it, I might change my mind a little bit. But 3 out of 5 stars isn't bad either. So, but if you saw the original and you enjoyed the original, people are going to always compare it to the original movie. It's like it's modernized, but there's still a lot of antiquated stuff in it too. So it's kind of modernized, but still kind of old stereotypical shit too. So, but yeah, if you're a fan of the original, it's anybody who saw the original movie is obviously gonna go see this new one to kind of see how good it is. But they're never gonna be able to top the original Jumanji. It's just it's a classic movie. So I'm sure when the first, I don't know if when the original Jumanji came out, if it was that big of a hit or not, but sometimes movies when they come out in theaters, they're never big hits, and then they release them on home video, and it kind of takes a little bit of time, and they become cult classics and stuff like that, kind of like Super Troopers or a lot of 80s movies and stuff like that. They weren't as big or popular as they were when they first released, but over time they kind of just get better with age sometimes. So anyways, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, 3 out of 5 stars, depending on how you're looking at this. This I don't know why all of a sudden this is becoming popular, but this is some fucking middle school shit. That is stupid. So I didn't do that necessarily on purpose, but I saw that, I'm like, oh, fucking stupid. Anyways, 3 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if there's any other movies that you'd want to see me review. I've seen a bunch of movies I kind of want to do reviews on. Wonder is I'm just gonna do Wonder. Go see the movie Wonder. That is a great movie. Coco, that's a great movie too. Bad Moms Christmas, Daddy's Home 2, they're so. They're kind of decent Christmas movies, but Coco, Wonder, if you're gonna see 2 movies this year, if there's any movies that you're gonna see, I don't know if there's movies, they're not even playing that in my theater anymore, but Coco and Wonder, actually I saw that last night, but Coco and Wonder are both really, really good movies. If you haven't seen them, go see those. So, I would give Wonder and Coco 5 out of 5 stars. Those were really good movies. But anyways, this is about Jumanji. 3 out of 5 stars for that. Go see it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.